Yo, what it is? Welcome back, everybody. It's Aciduct, and I'm here to talk about something kind of different. If you didn't see my last video, I made a video on the survey that 2K put out for us. I'll leave that link at the end of the video. Make sure you guys go check that out if you haven't seen it. But I wanted to talk about my reasons why I stopped playing because, well, I'm back into the game now. More than I've ever been, actually, even when the game first came out. I wanted to give my real reasons because the survey didn't really do much justice. So I'm going to give my reasons why I stopped playing. These are in order. So from number 5 to number 1, the main reasons why I stopped playing. So we're going to start at number 5. And that's, for me, it's the prices. Okay. For me, I don't care that you need VC to do something in this game. The problem is how much VC you actually need. So in order, everybody knew at the start of the game, you needed at least 200,000 VC to max out and get your player to 85. 200,000 just to be at a competitive state is ridiculous. That's what? That's $50. $50 to throw towards VC because $50 gives you like 250, I think. $50 just to get your player to a competitive state. And then we noticed later on in the year that you really couldn't be at a competitive state until you got badges. So that's fine, you know, whatever. You couldn't be at a competitive state until you grind your badges. And what you had to do was go to my career. And that's the only way to truly level up fast in this game. And that's not what it should be like. We should be having an online experience that can level us up just as fast. And some people will say, oh, you could go play Pro-Am and get the same amount of stuff. No, it's 5-minute quarters. You have to share, if you're doing walk-on Pro-Am like most people do, it's 4 different people who you don't even know, and they probably won't even share the ball or do anything because they're trying to level up and get their stats. So you pretty much have to ball hog if you're in Pro-Am. And it's ridiculous. It should not be like that. We should be able to have an online experience that will level us up the same amount. I'm not saying the same amount as my career, but at least faster than it did this year because that's ridiculous. At the number 4 spot to me was the community. Just the community of 2K players that you play with online. Most of the time, all it is a bunch of, if somebody gets beat by you, you get, well, at least for me on PS4, you get that pop-up message saying this person created a group with you, and then next minute you know they're messaging you, talking trash to you, saying you're garbage or whatever. That's literally what this community is. I'm sorry to anybody that actually plays the game and plays fairly and doesn't talk trash to anybody. Like, a little trash talk is fine, but if you're going to stretch it completely, like throughout a game, and just constantly call somebody trash, and let's say they're calling you trash and they keep hopping back on the spot in park and you keep dropping them off, and they're still doing it. Just people like that. That's what this community is based on right now. And it's so annoying to see that people just can't have fun playing a game anymore. They have to take it so seriously. And the community has been full of hate for a long time. And then also, the people who have been trying, the developers like Mike Wang and Ronnie, they say every year, it's like, you know, we're listening to your feedback and we're taking into consideration everything you're saying. No, you're not. No, you're not, because we've been asking for so many different fixes and changes to the game. And what you've done is you've made a change, but it doesn't fix what we were asking to be fixed. Like, we talked about shooting later in the year, that shooting needed to be kind of tweaked because a lot of people were making shots that shouldn't be going in. And they were like, oh, well, what we'll do is we'll just tweak the percentages for, you know, certain jump shots that go in and lower those, and then we'll leave the rest the same. That doesn't fix anything because then people just find different jump shots to use, and that's where people come out with jump shot videos. They're literally working around the patches. And then for them to say that boosts this year don't give you an actual attribute boost, they just give you a percentage boost, I think that was stupid. I like the attribute boost from last year where it would give you like a +5 or whatever for like 10 games. I would rather have that than a percentage boost. Honestly, that's a lot better for me. Number 3 to me is badges, okay? And let me explain what I mean. So we all know that in this game, if you don't have badges when you hit the park, your player is probably going to be trash, okay? Because with no badges and just you're going off of overall when you hit the park. That's what you're doing. You're going off overall. So now you have to hit the park with no badges, 85 overall, haven't done any work to your player, and you expect to win games, that's not how 2K is going to let you do it. So we all know you need to grind your badges for your player to be as effective on the park. But some of the things that's happening that people are getting without them is ridiculous. I'm seeing big men getting ankle breakers at the top of the key, like Pure Stretch 5, who did the animation glitch, which I'm not going to talk about glitches because, you know, 2K has their glitches and they refuse to patch them, so I'm not even going to get into that bullshit. So if it's in the game, you can use it. But people, Pure Stretch 5s who do the animation glitch have all these animations and then are getting like behind the back, step back ankle breakers at like 7-3 with like barely any ball control. That's ridiculous. Like, and they don't even have badges. That's what I'm saying. Badges to me, they don't mean shit. Like, you could have difficult shots, mid-range Deadeye, tireless scorer on Hall of Fame, take a tired fading mid-range with somebody right in your face, and you'll miss it. Why? Why should you miss that shot? With all of those badges, Hall of Fame, with like a 96 to a 99 contested mid-range, whatever you are, pure shot creator, sharpshooting shot creator, playmaking shot creator, whatever you are, why would you miss a shot like that? It makes no sense to me. No sense. Number 2 is one of the biggest ones, and it's the reason that I wanted to get a pro, and that's for frame rate issues. This is one of the biggest flops I think 2K had this year with this game, was that the PS4 Pro came out, and they were like, okay, we need to make sure, 2K was like, we need to do something for 2K with the PS4 Pro that people with the PS4 Pro can get. And what'd you do? You pretty much bumped up the game to its max, to play at its max. But the regular PS4s can't handle it, so now the regular PS4 players get frame rate issues, while the PS4 Pro players have no issues at all. Makes no fucking sense. We should be able to enjoy the game no matter what PS4 we have, no matter what type of, what type of edition we bought. Doesn't matter. We should be able to enjoy the game on any system, anytime we want to play. It's absolutely ridiculous, okay? And for the fact of 2K saying, look, the only fix they said was people were talking about the frame rate issues, and pretty much 2K was like, look, there must be something wrong with your internet, or you should just pick up the PS4 Pro. That's literally all they said. I was just like, yo, you're literally making us, I mentioned this in my last video, you're making us pay an extra like $250 to $300 if we don't have the game to pick up a PS4 Pro with 2K just to have a great experience. Absolutely ridiculous. There's no reason that should even be happening. Number 1, this is going to be a weird number 1 for you guys, but for me, it's literally the main reason I stopped playing for a while. And to me, don't get me wrong, I loved what they did this year with dual archetypes. I love the dual archetype system. It's great. It gives, people in 2K17, like for me, 2K17 last year, I was a slasher, but I was a pure slasher. I had no other choice. This year, I was able to make a playmaking slasher because last year, I wanted to be able to dribble the ball, get ankle breakers, and drive to the rim and dunk on people. Now this year, I can do that with a playmaking slasher that gets Hall of Fame relentless finisher, I believe. No, it's Hall of Fame one-man fast break and Hall of Fame acrobat with gold relentless finisher, ankle breaker, and silver dimer. That's fucking incredible. That's absolutely incredible. And for me, having those badges and being able to dribble, cross people over, and go dunk on people was amazing. But here's the issue I have, okay? And this goes back to the shooting. Certain archetypes should not have the shots that they do. Okay, and for this thing specifically, I'm going to talk about pure sharps, because this year, pure sharpshooters have a 99 fading 3. 99 fading 3. Last year, that was for shot creators, and I don't even think they had a 99 fading 3 from last year. I think it was like 95 or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check. You guys can correct me on that. That should be for a shot creator. That should not be for a pure sharp. Pure sharps are catch and shoot archetypes. Kyle Korver, Ray Allen, fucking God, I can name a bunch. But they're catch and shoot archetypes. They are not dribbling archetypes. And the fact that 2K is saying, look, they're a pure sharp. They could pretty much hit from 3 whenever they want. we'll just give them a moving 3. That way they can fade if they need to. That's bullshit. Pure Sharps are catch and shoot. They are catch and shoot archetypes. Limitless Range, Deep Range Deadeye, catch and shoot, all Hall of Fame. The one badge you should look at, catch and shoot, Hall of Fame. They are catch and shoot archetypes. And it's ridiculous. It's completely broken. And the fact now, like I said, that these archetypes like shot creating Sharps or shot creating stretch 5s can glitch animations onto their character and get all these pure playmaker size ups, crossovers, animations. It's fine, whatever. I know it's a glitch in the game and it hasn't been patched. But now they can do that plus whatever their archetype can do. So that overpowers that completely. And it's this game has been, in my opinion, you guys can talk about other games like 2K15 or 2K14. But to me, 2K18, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, was the biggest flop in 2K's history. This is the biggest flop of a game that we have ever seen. And I know people will agree with me on that statement. There's so much things wrong with this game. I could have came up with a list of like 20 things that I didn't like and why I quit. But I stuck it to 5. But look, this is why I quit. 2K, I hope you're listening to the people that are actually making these videos. And I hope you're going to listen for next year and fix all of these things that went wrong and that you know you did wrong. I hope you can fix this stuff. That's going to be it from me. Let me know why you guys stopped playing in the comments section below. Let me know things that you would want to see for 2K19 to improve on. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.